Many people do find journaling helpful, and for different reasons. But journaling would align, I think, with cognitive behavioral therapy. It's CBT. It's a way of helping people to identify and challenge some of their negative thoughts, their beliefs, even their behaviors. And when you're writing things down, it can help to reframe some of those thoughts and beliefs, maybe in a more balanced and realistic way. Also, if you're in a situation or an environment where you find someone maybe continually gaslighting you, they're perhaps rewriting your narrative, leading you to believe that things either didn't happen or they were all your fault. Journaling can be helpful because there's a record of it. You've written down what has happened, what you were thinking, how you were feeling. It can also be useful to help people to maybe express some of their emotions in a healthy way. It's like a safe outlet for venting anger, frustration, anxiety, or sadness. And this can help reduce stress and anxiety. I often say we've got a head like a tortoise. It's always so much bigger on the inside. Whenever we write something down, maybe we go back to it, we reread it an hour later, a few hours later, even the following day, we notice it doesn't seem so overwhelming. It doesn't have the power it had whenever it was inside your head and you were constantly ruminating. If you're faced with difficult decisions or difficult choices, it can help clarify your thoughts. It can maybe encourage creative thinking, maybe help you to weigh up your options. And it can help you track your progress over time. You can maybe learn to identify your triggers and your motivations. You can see positive changes that sometimes we might otherwise miss if we're not paying attention. Journaling can help you with your self awareness. It can help people to maybe gain a bit of insight into themselves, into their thoughts, into their behaviors, to be able to reflect on experiences, but also to recognize and identify patterns. Now, a lot of people journal for many different reasons, and they do it in many different ways. I'm sure there's apps you can download onto your phone. There's certainly stuff on the internet you could be looking at. But what I think people would find helpful is if they were to first of all write down what actually happened, the trigger, if you will, what actually happened. But then maybe write down what were you thinking at the time? And not just what were you thinking, but how were you thinking? We all have different thinking habits, different thinking styles. So, for instance, we might always assume the worst. So we're catastrophizing, or we jump to conclusions, or we mind read or predict the future. So, not just what were you thinking, but how were you thinking? But then you write down as well, what is it you were feeling? Now, a lot of times we might say stressed, anxious, angry, or whatever. If you go that little bit deeper, for instance, you were feeling threatened, you were feeling overwhelmed, you were feeling uncertain, or perhaps you were feeling a lack of control. So, whatever it was you were feeling, but also how were you feeling it? We do feel things physically. So, for instance, I had knots in my stomach, or I had a lot of energy. I was very restless. I couldn't sit still. So, it's not just what were you feeling, but how were you feeling it? And lastly, you write down what is it you do. Now, maybe not on the first attempt or the second or third, even, but eventually, what you might begin to see are recurring themes and patterns. For instance, what does it happen? The trigger, if you will. It might not be the same thing every single time, but there might be similarities. There might be recurring themes. For instance, it could be confrontation. It could be whenever you feel unfairly criticized or judged. When you get a sense of what the actual trigger is, you have something to learn how to disarm. Okay? When you get a sense of not just what you're thinking, but how you're thinking, for instance, the catastrophizing, you recognize perhaps you're catastrophizing. You now have something to cognitively reframe. Okay? And whenever you get a sense of whatever it is you're feeling and how you're feeling it, you have something to regulate. And lastly, whatever it is you do, you pay attention. Whatever it is you do, does it help it? Does it just avoid it? Or does it make it worse? And the thing about journaling is it's your own handwritten evidence. And if you pay attention over time as well, what you might find is whenever some of these things come up, some of these things that might be triggering you, you're becoming a bit more confident. You're becoming a bit more self-aware. Maybe you're beginning to see yourself, even various situations, in a more balanced way.